So today we're finally finishing up the boss mod pack made by Warperson. Check out the first couple videos on it if you haven't already. In this one, we're going to cover the final two that I haven't yet already. This first one is called the Bloontonium Expert, and the way it works is it's basically a healing tank. So you'll see that it basically heals HP per second, 0.75% of its max HP to be exact. And the second boss in this mod is called the Ghost King, which is immune to magic and spawns purples constantly. Not only that, it also has another special skull effect, but we'll get into that once we experience it in the real game. So just to reiterate again, if you didn't hear in the previous video, but this mod is pretty cool in that you can customize when you want the bosses to come out. So for this one, I've decided to spawn the Bloontonium Expert over for Tier 1, also for Tier 2. Because here's the thing, I took a look at the stats, and, well, let me just say, it's not entirely balanced. That is, some Tier 1s may be actually straight up impossible. So because of that, we have to shelve that boss over into a later tier. And in fact, I'll tell you right now, there's only one Ghost King in this run over here, and that's going to be Tier 3. Otherwise, you're going to be facing this healing tank for the 5 tiers. So let's take a deeper dive into the Bloontonium Expert for now, I guess. So first off, it's got immune to lead properties, so, well, similar to Bloon. The timer effect, as I said already, it basically regenerates 0.75% of its HP per second. So you gotta make sure your DPS of this guy down. And the skull effect is that it spawns 100 purples every time it hits the skull, and that's the same for pretty much every tier. So, well, yeah, Tier 1, Tier 2, they're gonna be toughies. Although I guess there are pretty easy ways to get around 100 purples for cheap. Maelstrom cough. Yeah, in a way, this boss is kind of combining 3 existing bosses into one. Like, again, the lead property of Bloon, the spawning a massive amount of balloons with Bloon areas, and Vortex in that, well, it's kind of similar in that you kind of have to keep up DPS, because, like, with Vortex, if you don't heal fast enough, it'll be too fast and you won't get enough knockbacks, and it'll exit. Kind of same with the Bloontonium Expert, but in a way that, you know, you won't do enough HP, do enough damage to it, because it keeps healing. Might be a stretch, but that's the way I see it. Now, if we take a look at some more stats, the HP for Tier 1 is actually pretty tight. It's even more than Bloon Ares, so, yeah. We're gonna put on some big boy pants, I guess, and start going for a slightly more sweaty strategy. So, we'll finally do a Bloon Trap Engineer for this one. I guess if I was really sweaty, I'd go for, like, the Monkey Bank with Ben, because that's obviously good, but we'll just keep it slightly more simple than that. So, Bloon Trap to accelerate the money gain. Need an 014. As most of you already know. So for Tier 1, do you think just, again, the normal attack zone will work? Because I know it has lead properties, but again, we can just get Embroilment and it'll be okay. But the problem is that if you don't kill that boss by the time it gets out of range of the attack zone, then it's going to heal back to full. So that's the problem I see. Maybe instead an Elite Defender would be better, because I just constantly it does damage. You know, just some questions I'm asking myself ahead of time, just so I have an idea of what I want to try and what might work. So, let me first start by selling these towers, and let's start with 5 farm cells. Got $47,000 to work with. It's important to put the tax zone below the track, because it gets more tax hit that way. And what else do we need after this? It's pretty much all I need, I think. I'll just add a couple overdrives here just for extra insurance, and let's get it. So, it moves about the speed of a bad balloon, which means we have about, like 20 seconds to burst all the damage. You can kind of see we're struggling to take it down. Also, I don't know if this can be 100 purples. I forgot about that. But hopefully, I mean, Taxon has decent pierce, right? Yeah, we just read that. But unfortunately, it's still moving too fast. And looks like we're only going to get about halfway before it starts regenerating. Let me just see, actually. Does it regenerate all the way back up by the time it gets back to the Taxon? Oh, yeah. That's not good. I'll just try again, yeah. Full HP. So that's not going to work, sadly. Alright, this is my Elite Defender setup. I got Out Buff, and I'm going to get Overclock as soon as possible. And a Maelstrom, because a 205 cannot deal with the purples. So let's go again. So if you want some food for thought, this boss is regenerating about 400 plus HP per second. And you can see, without Overclock, the Elite Defender actually cannot keep up. But now that we got Elite Defender, we are slowly doing damage to... Oh my god, this is terrible. It's gotta be Tax Zone or Bust, I think. Actually, maybe not Tax Zone, but let me try something else. I have a different idea. Guys, what if Moab Eliminator? This thing does 4,500 damage every, I think, 15 seconds or so. That's how much how long the cooldown is. I think that means this thing won't heal enough in time. Actually, 400 HP... Actually, no. That's not going to be able to do enough. But it is doing 100 damage per shot, which I'm hoping should... Yeah. Every time I get the ability, I think I get about 2,000 damage per cycle. So this will take it down, but very slowly. And maybe I need a better placement for the elim so that I keep shooting. Because I realize that extra 100 damage every shot is a pretty big deal. Well, either way, let's just see, I guess. So, 47.9 over there, and then when it's back to being used again... Oh, no, we're doing damage alright. Also, crap. I got Maelstrom, but I actually didn't need it somehow. Somehow we were able to beat 100 purples without even using the ability. Okay. I'll still keep it around, though. I guess the only problem is that I don't know if this regenerates in time. Yeah. Like, we're actually doing damage, but we're not doing damage fast enough, so I think I need to sell a couple more farms, but then we got it. So let's go again, and what if we just got an extra sticky bomb? Because I feel like that extra 500 damage every little bit will be enough to take us over the edge. Also, since we don't need Maelstrom, I'll just go for one cluster. That's also probably going to work for purples. So 1 skull already, and 100 purples, yeah, easily taken care of. I did tactfully place my 2 towers so that it gets the whole loop on the left side, so don't worry that we're not doing much damage over here. We'll burst down real quick for this end loop over here. Alright, officially halfway mark. 2nd skull out of 3. Yeah, I gotta say this is one meaty boss. It would have been really scary if it spawned purples like on top of where the boss was, but luckily it starts at the front of the track, and also we're making money from the purple, so thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. And down to less 7k. Yep, we can do this, right? Unless it gets out of range sticky and then and the bomb. Yeah, I think I need 2 more abilities. This next one will take us down to 300. And I need to wait for the next one. Yeah, I just barely had enough damage there. Like, it wasn't like we beat it, like, hard. We just kind of barely scraped through, even with all that. Well, either way, I think we can sell pretty much everything now for more farms. So the funny thing is that Tier 2 is probably going to be easier than Tier 1, because it only has double the amount of HP. Whereas normally, I think with Elite bosses, Bloontonium, I think has 6 times the HP for Tier 2 versus Tier 1. So by the time we, that round 60 comes around, we'll have so much more DPS that I don't think it will really be much of a problem. So I think knowing that Tier 2 will be easier, we ought to maybe try something out of the box for Tier 2 instead of the conventional stuff that will definitely work like a Matter Avatar Wrath. So 62k to work with. I'm thinking we definitely should get something that has global range. Maybe a Dartling Gunner, not middle path, but how about we try bottom path? Bads. And not gonna lie, I kind of want to try a Bez while we're at it. I also kind of need to get a Mid for it, so this is going to be very expensive, but surely it'll be worth it. So here we have it, Overclock, Mib, and a Tier 4 Alpha push will afford after this money boost. And let's see if we can actually do more damage than it heals. So right now, it's 80 or about 800 HP healing per second. And if you look at the HP, it's not looking too hot. I know I didn't use, I just used Overclock, so we should have been a little better now, but yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, even with everything, it's only got a little bit more than half the amount of HP. Again, wouldn't be a problem if this thing didn't heal, but it does, so this ain't gonna work. Let's try something else. Okay, this isn't really unconventional, but let me just do Ray of Doom. It's just, I guess, a more fun mad. And it does great damage. Actually, let me just see if it can have DPS. So yeah, even with the Overclock, it is taking it down. I guess I might as well buy one, though. Also, make sure you buy an Alpha buff. I think Ray of Doom has legitimately started to see more use, say in weeks where Mad is banned, because it works well for pretty much any Tier 2 of, like, the existing bosses. You can see the damage is already way better than Bez. I know it's more expensive, but still. That DPS with a single turret buff is pretty damn good. Already at halfway mark, so this should be a fairly easy kill. And looks like we're going to take it down just about halfway through the map. Very epic. So now on to preparing for Tier 3. Do remember that now it's going to be the other boss, the Ghost King. So let me give you some info of what that boss does. So first off, it's got immune to magic/purple properties, and the timer effect, every second, it spawns that amount of purples. So if we're talking specifically about Tier 3, then that would be 80 over 20, so 4 times 10, 40 purples every second. Which, I mean, considering we'll have insane towers by then, that amount of purples won't matter. But the biggest thing is the skull effect, in that it spawns miniature balloons, will-o'-the-wisp balloons that have 5k HP, and makes the boss invincible until they're popped. So kind of similar to Lich's Soul, except here's the catch. Down below, it actually says that the will-o'-the-wisp balloons can only be affected by Ice Monkey attacks, and yeah, since when does Ice Monkey really do damage? That's gonna be a problem, I think, because it's gonna take a lot for Ice Monkeys to do 5,000 damage, even if you have, like, all the money in the world. Like, we're gonna need to just build the entire map with ice towers, I think. Other than that, the boss itself seems fairly simple to beat. Only 500k HP for Tier 3, and the speed is even slower than that of the Bloontonium Expert, so I don't think you should have a problem with that exiting. Really just the Wisp Balloons. Boy, an Ice Monkey Paragon sure would be nice right now. But anyways, let's start with, well, of course, the first Tier 5 Ice, which I'm gonna get. Super Brittle, I'm gonna give it range this time, just because I think that might help more, and I guess I'll buy Ice Impale once the round starts, okay? This thing's got 450k HP, actually, thanks to the Monkey Knowledge reducing the HP of it. And of course, don't forget, we have to do the 450k damage, so maybe I should get other towers. So how about a Mad starters? I guess we do have a lot of money, so I guess I can go for a Homeland as well, just to make things a little bit faster. We're about to hit a Skull, so let's see if I have enough ice towers. I don't think I have enough right now, but okay, I think those are the Wisp Balloons, the little teardrops. And they're moving way faster than I thought. Wait a minute. Okay, there's no way you can possibly do 5k damage to that in that amount of time. Also, if I recall correctly, the Wisp Balloons take away 5k HP, so there's no way I'm going to be able to tank any of them. So, okay. Okay, a couple things we can do. I think for one, we can probably go for the Cripple Moab and Glue Storm, because I believe that works on the Wisp Balloons. I'm also going to go 05 too, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong about this, well, you'll see in a second, but I'm pretty sure you can slow down the Wisp Balloons too, because they, well, I think they have balloon properties. I guess I mean check by looking at the Impale here. Like, if it does 50 damage per shot, then it's a Moab, otherwise, it's a Wisp. Okay, it's only doing like 5 damage, so it is indeed not a Moab. And, yep, you see I use Glue Storm, and instantly, it's so much slower. Is that enough to do 5k damage, though? I should get more Ice Towers, eh? Yeah, we gotta spend Ice Skulls, I'm pretty sure. Doing 10 damage per shot. I mean, at this speed, we can definitely do 5k damage with Ice Towers to it. Okay, the, why is it not targeting the teardrops anymore? Okay, now it is. We still haven't done 5k damage to it, by the way. Is it close, though? Well, there's no way to tell. No way to tell, ladies and gents, but I think I am going to need more. So, y'all get any more of those Ice Towers? Surely this is enough. I guess one thing I forgot to add, too, since I assume it counts as a balloon. We can go for, like, a knockback Super Monkey. Slow down even more, if I think that's how it works. Monster Monkey. I don't think it's really going much slower, because it's only targeting one of the two. Either way, please have enough damage. Use Snowstorm. Okay, actually, wait. That was bad. Why is it moving so much faster all of a sudden? Okay, note stuff, don't use Ice Ability. I think if I recall, Ice Ability sets, like, hit 2% of the normal speed, which is the reason why it's moving so fast, and we are once again not gonna have 5k damage. Yeah, no. Okay, last chance, otherwise I have no idea what else could possibly work. Because if I truly need to spam a billion Ice Monkeys to beat this, then just, shoot me into the sun. And for some reason, this one teardrop balloon just speed ran. I don't get it. Okay, not gonna lie, if it didn't speed up, I think there's a good chance we could have done 5k damage to it. So, okay, one more try. Okay, last try for real. This time, I'm gonna save my Glue Storm for when the teardrops fly. There we go. They're all really, really slow, and they're all doing, like, 9 damage each. I'm gonna keep spamming more along the way, just to potentially see if that can make a difference. We'll start overclocking some random icicles, too. I think we actually popped it, yeah. I don't see that teardrop anymore. Okay. Progress, guys, progress. Just gotta brute force our way with 024 icicle spam. Yeah, this is doing 13 per shot. That's pretty good. Now we got a Homeland again. Yep, we popped it. 2 left. 1 left, and okay, last one. The thing is, there's still more skulls, so it's not like it's GG. You still have to kill the main balloon, and that's actually moving while we're popping the teardrop, so it's very important. Very, very important to pop them quicker, so yeah, I'm gonna need, I think, more icicles or something like that. Oh, also, I think the game is bugged. Why am I not doing any damage to the Ghost King? Because I definitely should. I think it thinks that there's still a teardrop alive, but there isn't. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna call this rigged. Let's see if I can at least, I don't know, try to get past this boss somehow, because, I mean, I'm gonna say in my mind we already beat it. You hate to go on a bug, but let me just see what happens if I die here, and then I press continue. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Wait, did we just, tank the entire boss? I think the boss didn't take away, like, all our lives. It only took away, like, 700 of it, so, okay. It's a good thing I banked up 700 lives then, because I didn't know he could just tank it like that. Well, I think now that there's no more of those balloons, we can finally sell all these ice towers that are clogging up the map, and yeah, just get more stuff for the Bloontonium Expert. Now, again, the scaling isn't so extreme, so the tier 4 only has, like, less than 1,000,000 HP. So, honestly, it should be pretty easy to beat, just, like, with one Paragon. So, if I'm doing the math right, the Expert should be regenerating about 6,000 HP per second, which is for around 100 is not that much. Again, let me just see if a Paragon can out DPS its healing. Let's take a look. Okay, not gonna lie, it's a little bit slower than I thought. Again, since it doesn't have, like, it's not hitting right on the corner, it's not doing as much as, I guess we should expect it to do. So maybe I need a second Paragon, but, like, luckily, I do have plenty of money for another Paragon. I just want to see, though, if this can work. Let's just replace the Glue Storm for 250. And we're about to hit the really spooky skull, guys. 100 purples. How are we going to deal with that for around 100? Okay, yeah, maybe I underestimated the power of the healing late game, because, yeah, that is regenerating pretty fast. And, okay, let's get a second Paragon. Luckily, again, I got my NGs here ready. So what I could do is I can just get Sentry Champion. Let me just build up some quick tiers real quick. Yeah, because it seems like one Paragon isn't going to cut it. So let's just quickly... This should at least be degree 20, right? Come on. 22, nice. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling degree 22 about this Paragon. Let's quickly get down the mini sentries. And as I said, it's just like Vortex, where if you have enough DPS, it'll be like a breeze. But if you just don't have enough, like only one Paragon, then it'll seem really hard. But you see, now that I added the NG... sorry, what? 6k HP per second? Because that popped pretty quickly. And now for tier 5, it has 2.3 million. So, quick maths, that's about 20k HP regeneration. I don't have much problem with it, but just out of curiosity, I want to see if these two Paragons are also enough to beat tier 3 or tier 5. This time 7 skulls, again, not that it matters, with the scary 100 purples. But based on how we're doing damage-wise, we are out DPSing the 20k healing. And that's, I think, thanks to the self-overclock of the NG. Now the main pin little sentry nails are doing some pretty solid work. Also, I should use an explosion to see if we can notice a chunk. Oh yeah, that was a pretty sizable chunk. We should definitely be spamming that off cooldown. And this looks like it's going to be ending up much easier than tier 4, with mostly just the same towers. Although I guess if I started with the NG Paragon at the start of tier 4, could have popped it even faster, but this is pretty good. And with the final stretch here, that's going to be it with the boss pack. Overall, a very fun 5 bosses. I think my favorite one, honestly, despite it being so simple, I kind of like the concept of just a regenerating tank. I might just be saying that because it did give me a fair bit of like difficulty for tier 1. I think if the maybe other bosses were slightly more balanced, then maybe I'd enjoy those more, because like I think Queen of Jaws was pretty interesting. But overall, can't really go wrong with any of the boss concepts. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more mods and just content in general, and I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day.